Good morning children, I am Saritha from Sree Gokulam School, Vadakara. Now I am going to teach you oogenesis in the female reproductive system. As you know, the gametogenesis is of two types. They are spermatogenesis and oogenesis. Oogenesis is the process of formation of mature female gametes such as ova or eggs from the ovaries. And now we can see what are the different stages or phases in the oogenesis process. Before that, what is actually oogenesis? It is a process of formation of ovum or egg from the ovaries. And there are different phases. There are three phases in oogenesis. They are multiplication phase, second one growth phase, and the third one maturation phase. These are the three phases in the process of oogenesis, and the major events occur in these three phases. I will teach you later. Before that, we can see the schematic representation of oogenesis. Okay. Here, for the schematic representation, I want to tell you something that when a girl child is born, her ovaries consist of thousands of immature ova or eggs. That means birth onwards, both the ovaries consist of thousands of immature ova, and that at puberty act as egg mother cell or oogonium. And this oogonium gets matured during puberty, then it released from the ovary, and that process is known as ovulation. And now we can see this oogonium, a single oogonium, plural oogonia. This oogonium undergo mitotic division. Let's see, we are taking only a single oogonium, and this is the oogonium which is diploid. Oogonium is diploid, and this oogonium undergo multiplication. Multiplication phase, that is mitosis. So this oogonium undergo mitotic division, that is equational division. So it has 46 chromosome, here also 46 chromosome, and this phase is the multiplication phase. So the oogonium undergo mitotic division to form several oogonia. So this multiplication continue to form several oogonia. All are diploid in nature, and this get into the next stage, that is the growth stage. During the growth stage, half of them only enter into the second stage, and this oogonium get enlarged in size, and that is known as primary oocyte. Primary oocyte. And this primary oocyte also diploid in nature. Okay. And this primary oocyte get into the next stage, that is maturation stage. So maturation stage, the primary oocyte undergo meiotic division. So meiotic division, you know that it is a reductional division. So after meiosis 1, one more thing I want to tell you, this meiosis 1 is an unequal division. It's not an equal division, this is an unequal division of cytoplasm actually. Unequal division of cytoplasm. Here, this cell divides, this is only reduction division. So first nucleus divides into two, then the cytoplasm need to be distributed equally. But due to the unequal division of cytoplasm, this cell gets only less or minimum cytoplasm, and this will get complete cytoplasm. Is it clear? So this is the unequal division of cytoplasm, and this is meiosis 1, first meiotic division. And this primary oocyte undergo first meiotic division to form two unequal cells or two haploid cells, and this cell known as secondary oocyte. And this is the secondary oocyte, and this cell is known as first polar body. First polar body. So clear. Now this secondary oocyte, actually the secondary oocytes are released from the ovary, and that is the ovulation. And here the meiosis 1 is temporarily arrested. That means the prophase 1 of meiosis 1 is temporarily arrested. And that meiosis 1 will continue only when the sperm enter into the fallopian tube. Is it clear? Once more, the secondary oocyte is released from the ovary, and that process is known as ovulation. And this secondary oocyte is placing there in the fallopian tube. If sperm enter into the fallopian tube, it undergoes second meiotic division. Is it clear? So till then, the meiosis 1 is temporarily arrested. In which stage of meiosis 1 is arrested? Prophase 1. The prophase 1 means diploidic stage of prophase 1 of meiosis 1 is temporarily arrested. When the sperm enter into the fallopian tube only, the secondary oocyte undergo second meiotic division. Till then, it is temporarily arrested. Is it clear? Now we can see when sperm enter into the fallopian tube, the secondary oocyte undergo second meiotic division. That is meiosis 2. Then it divides into two bodies such as, here also unequal division. So this is ovum and this is second polar body. Second polar body. Okay. So this ovum is formed after the meiosis 2 of secondary oocyte. And this ovum is formed for fertilization. Okay. And this will develop into zygote. Is it clear? So ovulation means the process of releasing of secondary oocyte from the ovary. Is it clear? And when the sperm enter into the fallopian tube only, the secondary oocyte in the fallopian tube undergo meiosis 2, then it develop or then it form ovum and second polar body. So this first and second polar body get degenerated. They have no role here. And this is the schematic representation. Here we can see the three phases. Is it clear about the schematic representation? I will explain it later. Is it clear? Now we can see the three phases. What are the major events in the three phases in detail? As I told you, the first phase is the multiplication phase. Multiplication phase. Say in the multiplication phase, the oogonia undergo mitotic division. A repeated mitotic division results in the formation of several oogonia. Okay, so we can say the oogonium undergo repeated mitotic division. Mitotic division or mitosis, division to form several oogonia. Okay, then this oogonia get into the next stage. What is the next stage? Growth stage. In growth stage, this oogonia enlarged to form primary oocyte. Primary oocyte. Is it clear? And this primary oocyte undergo several stages of development that we can see now. First, primary oocyte. This primary oocyte get covered covered by a layer, and this layer is known as zona pellucida. Zona pellucida. The function of zona pellucida is the transportation of nutrients into the primary oocyte, and this zona pellucida in turn covered by a single layer of granulosa cell. You can see the granulosa cells here. So this is the granulosa cell. So clear, only single layer is here, granulosa cell. So we can say the primary oocyte with zona pellucida and granulosa cell is known as primary follicle. Primary follicle. Is it clear? So what is primary follicle? The primary oocyte along with the granulosa cell is known as primary follicle, and it again increases in size by having several granulosa cells. We can see zona pellucida again, then single layer of granulosa, that is the primary follicle, then it again covered by several layers of granulosa cells. So this is the second layer, then third layer. So just several layers of granulosa cells are covered this primary oocytes, and this stage is known as, so before that I want to tell you, these are several layers of granulosa cells. In turn it is covered by another layer. Two layers are there. That is known as theca. So theca has two layers. This is outer theca externa. Outer theca externa. And this is the inner theca interna. Inner theca interna. Is it clear? Once more. The primary follicle get covered by several layers of granulosa cells. Then in turn covered by two layers of theca such as outer theca externa and inner theca interna. So this structure is known as secondary follicle. Is it clear? Secondary follicle. And now we can see it undergo development or increase in size by having, see again we can draw the primary oocyte, then zona pellucida, then several layers of granulosa cells. Okay, along with that we can see one more structure over here, that is now we can see the theca, outer theca. So can you see one fluid filled cavity here, and this fluid filled cavity is known as antrum. And the primary oocyte with several layers of follicles, theca, outer theca, inner theca, then antrum. Antrum is the fluid filled cavity, and this structure is known as tertiary follicle. Tertiary follicle. So the tertiary follicle is characterized by the presence of a fluid filled cavity called antrum. Is it clear? So the primary follicle, what are the characteristic features of primary follicle? The primary follicle consists of primary oocyte with zona pellucida and a single layer of granulosa cell. But in case of secondary follicle, consists of a primary oocyte, zona pellucida, several layers of granulosa cells, and two theca layers, that is outer theca externa and inner theca interna, and that is a secondary follicle. And it undergo development to form tertiary follicle, and tertiary follicle is characterized by the presence of fluid filled cavities such as antrum, along with they have the granulosa cells, outer theca, inner theca, etc. Is it clear? Now this is the growth phase. This tertiary follicle then undergo development to form Graafian follicle, that I will teach you later. So this primary oocyte along with the tertiary follicle get mature increase in size and get mature for meiosis or next phase. What is the next phase? Maturation phase. Is it clear? The primary oocyte along with the tertiary follicle get mature for meiosis or maturation phase. Let's see. Now we can see the next phase, that is maturation phase. Maturation phase or meiosis. Here this primary follicle along with the, we can write it here, primary oocyte along with tertiary follicle, that structure, undergo meiosis 1. Meiosis 1 or first meiotic division to form secondary oocyte. Secondary oocyte plus first polar body. First polar body. Okay. So in this stage, that means the primary oocyte plus tertiary follicle undergo first meiotic division for secondary oocyte. Here the secondary oocyte released from the ovary by the rupture of this Graafian follicle. I told you the tertiary follicle developed to form Graafian follicle. Okay, so by the rupture of this Graafian follicle, the secondary oocyte released out from the ovary, and that is the ovulation process. Is it clear? And here the meiosis 1 is temporarily arrested. In which stage of meiosis is temporarily arrested? Prophase 1. Prophase 1 of meiosis 1, that is diplotin stage. Is it clear? So this is temporarily arrested over here, and when the sperm enter into the fallopian tube. Now the secondary oocyte is there. After ovulation it gets reached in the fallopian tube or oviduct and waiting for the sperm. If sperm does not enter, what will happen? It breaks, and along with the broken blood vessels, it flows out as menstrual flow. But when the sperm enters, when sperm enter into the fallopian tube, what will happen? The meiosis 1 restarted. That means it gets into the next stage, that is meiosis 2. Is it clear? So the meiosis 1 restarted and undergo meiosis 2. So we can write the secondary oocyte undergo meiosis 2. Meiosis 2 to form ovum for fertilization. Ovum for fertilization and second polar body. So this ovum for fertilization, then it gets developed into zygote. Okay. And the second polar body and the first polar body get degenerated. Is it clear about the 3 phases? Maturation phase also. Now we can see the section of ovary. So this is a section of an ovary. Here you can see primary follicle. See primary follicle. See the primary follicle consists of what? The primary oocyte, zona pellucida, and a single layer of granulosa cell. Is it clear? And the secondary follicle consists of several layers of granulosa cells and the usual zona pellucida and primary oocyte. Is it clear? And theca also. You can see theca over here. 2 layers of theca you can see. Then the tertiary follicle is characterized by the presence of antrum. So here you can see the antrum. See the antrum. Okay. So the tertiary follicle undergo development to form mature follicle, and this is a mature follicle or Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle. Okay. So the Graafian follicle consists of this oocyte rupture and release the secondary oocyte. Okay, so all these structures I will teach you in the structure of ovum. Okay, and this is the section, and now we can see the schematic representation once more. So the oogonium undergo mitotic division, and that is the multiplication phase. Okay, multiplication phase, and after mitosis it forms several oogonia. Okay, all are diploid, and this oogonia undergo enlargement or increase in size to form primary oocyte. This is a primary oocyte, that also diploid in nature. Then this primary oocyte undergo reduction division or first meiosis or first meiotic division to form two unequal haploid cells, and this is the secondary oocyte, and this is the first polar body. Okay, and it undergoes meiosis too. So before that I want to tell you the secondary oocyte released from the ovary at the time of ovulation, or during ovulation it gets released from the ovary. And this secondary oocyte, when sperm enter into the fallopian tube, it undergoes the second meiotic division and second polar body, and this first polar body and second polar body get degenerated. So you got an idea about the schematic representation of oogenesis. Hope you understood everything about oogenesis. That's all for today.